And Kwame done blew me up and called me Roy. But I'm gonna give y'all something better, you know. He don't even know this, but it's not even Roy, it's Elroy. That's what mama named me, you know. You see, the name Dequan, without getting into too much history, was an attempt to reclaim a certain African heritage. And I've done this when I was like 15 years old. But after a while, I learned that, you know, my name, Dequan, is not actually African, it's Chinese. You know, but, you know, I was young and, you know, tried to develop, you know, a sense of cultural heritage. But what is important is that what I learned that in Chinese, my name means the search for self. And pretty much that defines, you know, my entire, you know, life, the search for self, trying to find myself. This whole day is about perception and how people perceive things, and these paintings about perception. Everybody looks at things in different ways. So I want to dedicate this poem to perception and how people look at things. Artists are usually looked at as, you know, bugged out, crazy, and you know, Von Van Gogh, whichever one of them cut off their ear, you know. But in my defense, and in defense of all artists, I would like to use this poem to represent artists everywhere. I remember the days that I lost my mind, and it was the greatest feeling of all times. But the question that always makes me hazy is, am I or is everyone else crazy? Sometimes I get lost in this place inside my head. I call it the Bermuda tetrahedron. Some people think there's a monster inside my head, but I like to call it thinking. When I spoke to God, everybody called it prayer. But when God started speaking back to me, they called it paranoid schizophrenia. Is everybody else crazy or is it just me? Sometimes it's hard to decide what's real these days, especially when reality seems so out of touch. They say that I don't know enough to know that I don't know enough. Or maybe they think that I know too much. Is everybody else crazy or is it just me? Well, according to psychology, psychiatry, and psychotherapy, and all the other authorities on socially approved sanity, apparently it's just me. They say that I'm just imagining things. They say, why do you imagine things that are mathematically impossible? I said, because the imagination is mathematical and possible. 50 years ago, it wasn't possible to travel faster than the speed of sound. And that truth was the absolute back in the 1950s era. And then somebody imagined and broke the sound barrier. Now today, science will claim that nothing succeeds the speed of light, but I say give it time. Because if possibilities come from the imagining of things yet to be found, then there must be the possibility of God's speed. Can you hear me now? The most important wisdom that there is to know that you have no idea of how much you don't know. Because the more you know, the more we learn that we really know nothing. The universe is filled with things that we don't know. Knowledge means to know. Knowledge is infinite. Knowledge is the foundation of all things in existence. Who are they to say what's crazy and what isn't? Which truth is credible and which one isn't? Is it science, philosophy, unconventional wisdom, superstition, religion, ridiculous internet doctrines and opinion? Who are they to say what's crazy and what isn't? Well, I think crazy is killing in the name of religion, or building atom bombs in the name of world peace. Are you kidding? I think crazy is the lady who drowned her baby because of some superstition. What in the name of hello, God, are you there? It's me, Margaret. What are you thinking? I guess someone does have to say what's crazy and what isn't. But since I have no religion, I have no pattern belief, I have no set of rules to instruct me on what and how to think, I don't think that I have all the answers. All I can do is think that it's not about having all the answers, but it's the search for answers. That's the ultimate important thing. Is everyone else crazy, or is it just me? The question that always makes me hazy is, am I or is everyone else crazy? The thing that scares me the most is that the answer is always maybe. Thank you.
All right, y'all been a wonderful audience, sitting out patient. We're going to take about a 10, 12 minute break.